Children's Storytime, presented by BMGFly. Assalamu alaikum. That means peace be unto you. Today we're reading Better Together, Cinderella by Ashley Franklin. Illustrated by Ebony Glenn. Read to you by Nia Malika Dixon. Welcome to the Friday Read. I'm Nia Malika Dixon, and today we're reading another story. This time, it's a sequel. Better Together, Cinderella, a Big Sister Fairy Tale, by Ashley Franklin and illustrated by Ebony Glenn. This is a special story, picked especially for those of you who are big sisters or have a big sister. I'm a big sister, so I'm really excited to read this with you today. I hope you remember Tamika from her first story, Not Quite Snow White. Once upon a time, Tamika got big news that would change everything. She would soon play her most important role, that of a big sister. Wow, look at that. Mommy's got babies in there. Tamika asked her best friend, Khadija, for advice. How will I know what big sisters do? Practice, practice, practice. Just pretend it's a role for one of your auditions. Khadijah's so dramatic. I like that. Big sisters tend to be dramatic. Tamika was nervous, but jittery legs and a fluttery tummy had never stopped her from shining on stage, and nothing was going to stop her from shining as a big sister either. Tamika did her research. She dressed for the part, and she rehearsed. Look at that. So she's researching how to be a big sister from Khadija and her baby sister. And look, her t-shirt says, Big Sister Rocks. She's even practicing with her dolls how to put on a puppet show. This is awesome. Tamika was super excited to meet the twins. But when they arrived, Big Sister Bliss was replaced by Big Sister Blues. Things at home were different. Now there were more baby bottles than backyard ballets, more laundry mountains than bubble mountains, and more dirty diapers than daddy kisses. Even lullabies and puppet shows were thanklessly met with tears and slobber. Oh my goodness, look at that. Nobody warned her. The dirty clothes and the poopy diapers. I bet they smell. Poor Tamika. Maybe Sophia and Asher don't like me, Tamika told her parents. Nonsense, said Mom. You just have to be patient, said Dad. Tamika tried teaching Sophia and Asher all the things she loved, but they were always too much of all the wrong stuff, gassy, wiggly, or fussy, to pay attention. Tamika wished for a big sister script so she'd know what to do. My goodness, look at that. One of the babies burped. She said they were gassy. But there is no script. Tamika didn't get her wish, but she did get the news of something even better. The new mayor was throwing the first ever community family ball. It promised to be a magically fun time where families could dress up and dance the night away. There would be a prize for the family with the best entrance. Sounds like it's right up Tamika's alley, right? This gave Tamika a grand idea. No one in the history of ever made a better entrance than Cinderella, she told Khadija. I'll make it a perfect night for the twins, and that'll show them I'm a good big sister. That looks like a great idea. And she's right. No one in the history of ever made a grand entrance as grand as Cinderella. Oh my goodness. Let's see what Tamika does. To put her plan into motion, Tamika called in an expert. From the sharpness of his lineup to the crispness of his sneakers, Uncle Derek was the best dresser Tamika knew. On the night of the ball, he did not disappoint. Tamika was ready to go, but her parents were taking forever to get the twins ready. "Go ahead, Princess. We'll meet you there," said Dad. Look at her. She does look fabulous. Oh, and her uncle never disappoints. The ball was off to a magical start when she and Uncle Derek arrived. Tamika smiled as she watched some of the other entrances, but as time went on, she worried when the rest of her family still wasn't there. Things were definitely different. Maybe there was one parent for Asher, one for Sophia, and none for me. Tamika spoke softly. She hugged Uncle Derek tightly. Oh no, poor Tamika. She does look so pretty though. I'm sure there's something to explain. I'm sure. "Dry your eyes, Cinderella," he said. "Your parents have never let you down. They're not starting today." And right on cue, Tamika saw her parents sprinting over with the strollers. "Sorry we're late, Princess." Dad kissed her forehead and Mom kissed her cheek. Oh my goodness! See? "They never disappoint," Uncle Derek said. Look, they look so fabulous. It was their turn at last. "It's our time to shine," Tamika said to Sophia and Asher in a sing-song voice. Tamika's grand entrance went perfectly. Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. Until several loud pops came from the balloon arch. Oh no. Startled, Sophia and Asher wailed. Tamika tried to continue, but all the eyes were on the twins. This was a disaster. Tamika ran away. Oh no. They scared the babies, the balloons popping. And then, of course, she was so upset. She did what Cinderella did. Look at that. Poor Tamika. Uncle Derek followed and sat beside her in the carriage. "You know, the perfect night sky isn't made up of one star shining its brightest. Stars show their brilliance when they shine together," he said. "This belongs to you." Look at that. Uncle Derek to the rescue, cheering her up. He's right, you know, look at the stars in the sky. These are some pretty pictures. Tamika thought about all the ways she'd tried to shine as a good big sister. Yet, there was something she hadn't tried. Being herself now was her chance. Tamika curtsied at Asher and placed her tiara on Sophia's head. Now that's being a big sister for sure. And that's being Tamika. It wasn't a perfect night, but it was the perfect night to stop trying to be perfect and just have fun. It was a magical beginning indeed. And you know, there's no such thing as perfect. Look at Tamika having a great time. And the twins. And their uncle. That's so awesome. Everything had changed for Tamika. And she knew her new-sized family would live happily ever after. Because you know, big sisters rock. This is so wonderful. I hope you enjoyed that story as much as I did. Tamika is fantastic as a big sister, as I'm sure you are. And if you are a little sister, just know your big sister loves you. Thank you for sharing that story with me. I had such a great time reading. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. You can find Better Together, Cinderella, a big sister fairy tale, at your library, or you can get it at a bookstore. I will see you next week, and we're reading another story. Looking forward to it. Bye.